Welcome to the Argue Your Point podcast. Here are your hosts, Jeff Mitri and Mason Mitri.
All right.
Okay.
We are back at it.
Just have started. No problem starting up, so
Tons of
we're
technical
back.
difficulties, but we also have some interesting technology added to today.
Yeah, so you win some, you lose some.
You win some, you lose some, yeah.
We're back to our 19th episode of AYP.
AYP, baby. Argue Your Point. We are on officially YouTube podcast. Check it out, Argue Your Point podcast.
You also go on argueyourpoint.com.
Yeah, that website needs a little massaging. I have to, haven't gotten around to it yet. I've been so busy doing other things. Talking about other things, the Sabres had an incredible game. I got some sound right here. Let's get right to some sounds of the fans.
We're ready to go! Let's go, Buffalo! It's electric out here! Let's go!
Yeah, baby. Let's go!
Ooh.
Yeah, that game had
And everything. Really.
had everything. I mean, for the first 2.5 periods, it had everything except for goals, and we just knew.
And goal is just not for us.
Yeah, and we just knew that.
At one point, it was going to erupt, you know?
Yeah, you could just feel it. Oh, before we get into that, Mason, what's up? How's it going? How's life? How's track practice?
Pretty good. Track, we did, I did discus and the pole vault. Not pole vault. The
Shot put?
shot put.
Awesome.
Yeah, we did discus with the first attempt. I went like really far.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get after that, but like 20 attempts later, I went farther and farther. Got a good form.
Okay,
shot put,
yeah. It probably
really
takes a while to
difficult.
get
It
used
was
to
like
it.
a 4-kilogram ball. You go like this, so you put you put your elbow back
Mm-hmm.
like a V, and then you just throw it.
Okay. With your body, right?
Yeah.
Not just your arm.
And if you just go straight forward to grab the ball, then it's like doesn't count. You have to go around the circle.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That's cool. That is awesome.
Doing discus.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm looking forward to your first meet in 2 days. That's awesome.
Okay.
Oh, and I checked out your jersey in your room. That is pretty cool. Warhawks on the back, West on the front. I mean, it doesn't get any more.
Yeah, I don't really like the Warhawks on the back.
No? Well,
No.
I think it looks pretty
Well,
cool.
we're getting off track here, but
Okay.
shirt off.
I thought it looks pretty cool. But all right, yeah. Yeah, the Sabres. So we're going to talk. We're going to recap the Sabres game. Mason's got some NFL draft talk. We've got Jeffinately Not with a brand new jingle. We're excited to debut the Jeffinately Not jingle. And then we're going to talk a little PGA. The RBC Classic is the first tournament after the Masters. It was awesome.
Talk about Dexter Lawrence too.
Mason's got some Dexter Lawrence stuff here. Can we unplug this?
Sure. But you want to start us off?
Yeah.
I think what we should do is we should do like a sound bite that we talk about something else. That we
Yeah.
don't get
Yeah.
super...
I got this format right here. So we'll start out with the tone of the game because you could just feel it right away. You could hear it in that sound that I just played you. It wasn't just a playoff game. It was the first playoff game in the city in 14 seasons or 15 years, whatever, however you want to call it. It's been a long time.
It was a long time. That's it.
Before you were born.
Yeah.
So an entire generation, and there's been I've heard a lot of, you're not alone in that. There's a lot of your entire generation, a lot of stories about kids who haven't experienced it, and then came Sunday night, and it was just amazing. And Mattias Samuelsson,
Mattias
Samuelsson,
Samuelsson.
he scored the go-ahead goal, and I got a little soundbite of him here, and he's talking about the energy, the nerves, the energy in the building, and I'm just going to play it right now.
Yeah, I think the crowd was great all night, obviously. Obviously, Tomer guys going there, and the place just erupted, and you could feel the energy building. I think as a group, we thought once we crack them, we could roll from there. And obviously, Tom, our guys going, and the fans helped a ton.
It's going in and out.
Yeah, just tried to pile it on as much as we can. Yeah, I mean.
All right, that was going to. Do you think we could all hear that? Let's see. Let me check my device real quick.
We'll just cut this out, right? We'll cut it out. Sure.
Okay, we're going to try that again. Here we go. Mattias Samuelsson.
Yeah, I think the crowd was great all night, obviously. Obviously, Tom, our guys going there, and the place just erupted, and you could feel the energy building. I think as a group, we thought once we crack them, we could roll from there, and obviously, Tom, our guys going, and the fans helped a ton. Just tried to pile it on as much as we can.
Yeah. So
what was that background noise? Yeah, like something.
It's a little production I put together to, so it's not so stale sounding, because a lot of times
I like it more stale.
You like it stale?
I think it's stale.
That's how
raw.
That's how you like your bread too, right?
No.
Stale bread.
Raw. I like raw bread, straight from the press. I don't know, but he's definitely talking about pretty good. He's just talking about how the entire fan impacted it. I don't think he's ever been in the playoffs before. So
Samuelsson,
he's just talking about how the atmosphere.
All right, do you want to set up the next clip, or do you want me to keep rolling with this?
I'll do next clip, then we'll do something else. Then we'll come back to.
No, we're going through this first. Do you want to do? Never mind. I'll just do it. Okay, so then the next one is Tage Thompson. He is talking about here, but it's his first playoff game. It's Darlene's, UPL's, and they get the first real taste of playoff hockey. And it showed. It was a little bit of a slow start. They waited until things got going. But man, when it was 12 minutes into the third period, and Tage got one. It was that. It was the wraparound. He just snuck it in, and then the second one, it was all Tuck taking the guy to the board, setting him up, and then he's all alone against the goaltender, all alone. Tage Thompson, that's what you want, and boom!
Yeah.
For some reason, Swayman had his left pad down, and then as soon as Tage shot it, he lifted it up and went underneath his pad. It was crazy. And here is Tage on. Getting his first playoff experience here.
I mean, I think it's up and down our lineup. I think we want to go into games being the guys that are going to make a difference, and I think every guy in the NHL, especially on our team, is a guy that wants to go over the boards and make an impact every time they touch the sheet. I think if you don't, then you probably shouldn't be playing this sport. It's a little mantra we like to tell each other, and see who can be a game changer. And these are the kind of games you live for. You want to be in these games, and it's been a long time coming. So, it was a fun first one for sure.
Okay, yeah. It, he's just got hunger in him. He just has hunger in him. There's no quitting him. He's inspiring. I think he's inspiring his teammates, and so is Tuck. Man, talk about Tuck leading by example. Now, Tuck he was on the Misfits team, the Vegas Misfits, the first the inaugural Vegas Golden Knights teams was dubbed
the Misfits.
Yeah, that's what they call them. That's what that team's called.
They're called the Knights. They were called the Knights.
I'm talking about the first season.
Oh, they were called
they were called the Misfits.
No, they were just called the
Golden Misfits. That's what they were called, because they were a team that nobody wanted from other teams, and they ended up going to the Stanley Cup
and almost winning it.
Yeah,
and then they won it 2 years later, I think.
Yeah. So he brought that experience, and he led by leading the team with 10 hits. Boston never would have thought that Alex Tuck is going to lead the team with 10 hits in that game, and that's exactly what he did. and it was just awesome. So you know, and they asked, there's all this buildup, that the Sabres are the more inexperienced team. Boston's more experienced team. That's why Boston's going to win. Well, we've seen how that showed up, and here's Tage talking about that.
Yeah, I mean, lack of experience. We've been in games that have prepared us for this.
That's right, they have.
I think 8 years of adversity is it's enough experience to get you ready for something like this. I think anytime you go for 8 years and not making playoffs and then it's finally here, the last thing you want is regret. And there's just a heightened feeling of hunger. Just don't want to let this opportunity slip, and thought tonight was really important to make a statement and set our standard. And I think we still have another level to get to, and we're just going to keep trying every game to find another level.
Nice. That's just what you want to hear from your assistant captain, the guy who took home a gold medal this year, beating Canada, scoring a goal in that on that team. I don't know about the gold medal game.
In the game, yeah, he scored. He got a goal in the game.
In the gold medal game?
Yeah, I think so.
But aside from the game itself, the city, the community, the crowd, all the fans at Canalside, that was a story of itself. It was we weren't there, but from what I hear and I've heard from people who were there, that it was just insanely loud. They actually had one of those decibel readers there, they have for all the games, and apparently it broke a record. They showed a video of them holding the handheld decibel reader, and it was at a level that was like not seen in any other NHL game before.
It's great. Normally it's like NFL, college football, breaking records like that, but now it's hockey.
Yeah.
Because whenever you have 15 years of no playoffs, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. 100%. Well, I mean, not just anywhere, but, in Buffalo. But yeah, absolutely. So here's another.
Wait. We're going to go on another segment and then we'll come back to this.
No.
No. We said that before.
So this is Lindy Ruff talking about the energy and the atmosphere in the building.
You could feel the building shaking again. Even upstairs, I guess they said the same thing. The atmosphere was unbelievable, and it was great to give our fans, that third period was, you always wonder what you're going to come out and how you're going to come out. We didn't make enough good plays. I think our puck play, we were a little bit jittery. That hurt us. It hurt us in a lot of aspects of our game, but that last 10 minutes, I really felt we got our game in a good place.
Yeah, that was, you could tell. So, I mean, you were even saying it during the game that Boston was kind of, playing the trap. They were really not letting us penetrate. And you could tell a little bit, that it frustrated them a little bit, but not to the point where they got off their game, but to the point where they were a little shaky and they were forcing some passes. And sometimes their passes were off because they were like forcing it. And, Lindy Ruff right there just said they were being jittery. But, I think game 2, they're going to have a plan to stifle that. That is the good thing, though. I don't think they got frustrated. They didn't really exactly know how to handle it. But they eventually broke through and got the win and rode the emotions of the crowd and the team and the everything and got that win. Got 4 goals in 6 minutes. It was just awesome. Just an avalanche of goals, an avalanche of emotions as well. And the guy who scored that third goal to make it 3-2 in the third was Mattias Samuelsson. He had 9 hits in the game. He was so dialed in. He had the go-ahead goal, and it just goes to what Lindy was just saying, that and what Samuelsson said. We knew that, and what Teach said also, if we knew that if we just got a goal, we would get rolling. And here's Lindy on Samuelsson.
The same thing I learned all year long. This team doesn't quit. They don't give up. We've had. Let's just go back to the Tampa game where, Tampa built a lead late and we just came back in that game. And tonight we just said if we get one, I felt we would get the second one. The energy on the bench, the energy in the building after we got the first one, I just felt we're gonna have a good look to get the next one, because we were garnering a lot of the offensive zone play. It was just whether we could break them down and get that good chance. And I thought that top line did it a couple times, and Quinn made his play, and just felt that we finally got him to a place where we created the turnovers that we needed. We talked about making sure that we finished people when we had the opportunity, that we took them out of the play.
All right. So that was Lindy talking about the confidence on the team. They knew if they just got one, they felt they can get another one. That was when they're down 2-0. And then lastly, just Lindy talking about the overall energy in the building.
Or that in our zone we were able to kill plays right away, so we broke out. I thought by far he was our most physical, and he gets rewarded with the goal, and he played a heck of a game, from the way he moved the puck to the way he ended up scoring. Yeah, I think we can. I liked our first period. We went after him. We were out shooting, and we did a lot of good things. We just didn't quite get inside and around the net enough. We know we have to be better in some areas. We're going to just continue to try to play our game, and in every game we're going to try to improve. I don't have to tell him anything. I'm a horse.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And this last soundbite is about the power play.
It is from yelling. A couple of those were at the officials, but the bench was electric. The players were talking about going and getting a third one. And there was the energy on the bench, the emotion on the bench was where you needed to be in a playoff game.
Man, that is awesome. Hearing the coach say that the bench it was 2-2 and they were talking about getting another one. It's not like regular season where, you got a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime and you both get a point. It's a full other period, and you've got to win it 5-on-5, or, you might get a power play or not. But you don't want to mess with that. You want to take advantage of the moments you got, especially if you're riding a high. You want to take advantage of that and get the job done in regulation. That's exactly what they did, and good for them talking about it, feeling it, and feeding off the energy. It was just so awesome to see.
Okay, yeah, it was a great game overall, but the bench was also really electric.
The what?
The bench.
Oh yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Yeah. I got this other soundbite here. Let's see here.
Seeing everyone in Buffalo's just be excited for the Sabres is one of a kind. There's
More
nothing
fans
like it.
here.
My boys had something to say. Hey, Ryan Whitney, you don't know hockey, baby. This is hockey heaven. Let's go, Sabres! Sabres are on a warpath, baby.
You know what? We're excited to be here. We're excited to be back. Look at this, man. You can't beat it,
Well, look, you got to have faith no matter what's happened with your team. You got to support them. That's what fandom is.
I love this last guy here.
I am so happy to be here.
I am just so happy. These are my people. I'm so happy to be here. That's awesome. That thing with Ryan Whitney. So he is, he's got a very popular podcast with Paul Bissonnette, Spittin' Chicklets, and he actually said something that I'd like to get your thoughts on. And I was going to play a soundbite, but I'm not going to. I'll just talk it up. So he was on Barstool Sports and with Ray.
No, just play the soundbite.
I don't know if we're allowed to.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, we could play a small part of it. All right, hold on. I don't. I'd have to plug this back in.
Yeah.
So he was saying that, you know, if the Sabres and Bills were on the same level, I think there'd be more Sabres fans. And the other two guys are like, no, there's no way. They're like the one guy tried to compare us to Philadelphia, which is not even close to being the same type of town as Philadelphia, like not even remotely close. If you have in Philly, you can pick like 6 different fans you want to be. You know what I mean? You're in proximity to like a ton of sports.
You got the Flyers, you got the Phillies, you got the Eagles, even the Steelers.
Steelers, no. Oh, no, you mean Eagles.
Eagles, yeah.
But I mean, there's also like the Jets and Giants aren't that far away either. You've got some pretty big college programs. Buffalo ain't that at all. You know what I mean? Buffalo's a small town, and there's 2 teams here, and we're very proud.
Well, we have a good lacrosse team.
Oh yeah, but that's not like one of the main.
We had the Braves.
Yeah. So if you were to ask what would you? Okay, I will ask you this. What would you rather have first? I guess I would say Stanley Cup or a Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because Bills have been more dominant for longer.
And you've invested more time with the Bills too, so I can understand that response. But the taste that we got from Sunday night, today's Tuesday, that was incredible. I can't wait for Game 2 tonight. I think the Sabres are going to be...
I can't wait for the NFL Draft.
NFL Draft?
On Thursday, which we're going to talk about.
Let's go, Buffalo! Let's go, Buffalo!
All right.
Well, we're going to talk about NFL. Ready?
Yeah. We can transition. Okay, let's go to NFL.
So it was a huge trade.
And then after that, are we going to definitely not?
Yeah, after some stuff. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
So huge trade with the Giants and the Bengals. The Giants traded away defensive lineman Dexter Lawrence II for the 2026 first round pick from the Bengals, number 10 overall. Now, if you turn the page, I have their stats from Dexter Lawrence. Now, you traded the number 10 overall pick for somebody who had half a sack on a year, who played all 17 games. What are your thoughts for the Bengals?
My thoughts on the trade, you mean?
Yeah, on the trade.
It was great. Yeah, it was a great...
Well, did you see the stats?
Whose stats?
The Dexter Lawrence stats I put.
Well, he wasn't
injured.
You put on there?
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Let's go to the Dexter Lawrence 2025. Okay, what do you...
Talk about how he had half a sack this year. You traded a number 10 overall pick for somebody who had half a sack. What do you think about that?
I think there must be more to the story.
No.
Oh, how many games is that?
17.
Where is it? It doesn't say 17 games.
Well, he had 17 games. I know that.
Don't
look it up yet. I already know.
Well, I have to know that. I have to know how many games he played.
Says right here, 17 games.
Okay.
So, instead of the first time, I don't need...
What's that?
I said the first time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know too much about him.
Well...
Yeah, you're right. Half a sack doesn't sound like a lot. There must have been some sort of injury there.
No, there was injury.
But it was 17 games.
No injury at all.
Yeah, but is there a okay, let me see.
He had 9 sacks in 2024, 4.5, 7.5, 2.5, 4, and 2.5, going down from 24 in 2019. Best seasons in 2024, 9 sacks, 21 assist tackles, and 23 combined.
So it says here that he was playing through an injury, and despite that, a career low in sacks and dealing with an elbow issue, he still ranked number 17th player in the NFL. So he had a down year last year, obviously, with half a sack. But he struggled with an elbow injury for most of the season, and reports suggest he didn't play up to his usual standard, leaving it to a dip in production.
I don't think an elbow injury could affect you insane amount. For a defensive lineman, you don't
What?
really use your...
They use their elbow for everything.
For what? Did they use it
Pushing, anytime they...
You don't go like this. They won't put their elbow
Mason,
out.
your elbow is connected to... elbow bone's connected to the wrist bone. The wrist bone's connected to the thumb bone. They're all connected. I don't... that's what it says. It says
he had half sack.
His elbow injury...
He had half sack.
Yeah, no, I'm not denying that.
Are you ranking him the 10th? Do you think he's worth a number 10 overall pick for a guy
Yes.
who had less sacks than Joey Bosa?
Yeah, I do.
A guy with less sacks than Josh Allen? Sack,
I think he's an all-pro.
Yeah, well, but the point is here, who do you think will win this trade in 2026? Who do you think will win this trade coming in next season?
What's your point?
Who do you think will win this trade? I'm asking you.
They've the Bengals got money. They've got $120 million more than the Bills. They're going to win the trade.
We're not talking about the Bills. We're talking about the Giants and the Bengals.
The Bengals will win the trade.
Okay. But also, good thing for the Giants. They have the number 5 overall pick and number 10. So I put the picks though. So it goes. We go 1 through 10. 1 through 10 right now. Go Raiders, Jets, Cardinals, Titans, Giants, Browns, Commanders, Saints, Chiefs, and Giants. We're also going to talk about the new jerseys.
Oh, yeah, the new jerseys that have been circulating the internet.
Pretty,
They're kind of meh. I don't know.
No, they're cool.
They're all right.
Here, see the Commanders' new logo.
All right, let's stay on track. Tangent alert.
Well, this is a new. We are on track.
No, we're not. I thought we're going to talk about the draft, not jerseys.
We're talking about draft, yes. Now, what are we going to do with the Giants? So, I put down the team needs, and I put down the top players from the draft that would fit their needs. If you have the 5 and 10.
Just for the Giants? Why are we doing the Giants?
Well, because they have the 5 and 10 overall pick.
Okay, I thought we were just going to talk about the top 10 players, not a team's needs.
No.
Let's talk about who are the top 10 players.
We're talking about this right here. Okay. Who do the Giants pick? They have number 5, number 10. They need a wide receiver, offensive guard, defensive tackle, and cornerback. Out of the list of guys I picked, who do you think you would take? They're either ranked on the best, like Arvell Reese is the best of this list, and Omar Cooper is the worst of this list.
I have no idea. I don't know who any of these guys are, and
Here's what I would do.
I'm not a Giants GM. I don't know what their needs are.
It says right there.
I'm a Bills fan. I root for the Buffalo Bills. What?
It says the team needs.
Yeah, I know, but every team says that. Every team's got their needs. I don't know.
Fine, I'll do it for you.
Okay.
I would take. The first thing I would take, they need a wide receiver. So I'll take Carnell Tate with the 5th overall pick. Then
Carnell Tate is the best wide receiver in the... See, that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the guys who are getting drafted. Carnell Tate, I think, is the best wide receiver in this draft, and I think he could go 5th to the Giants, or someone could trade down to get him.
Okay. but I would pick number 2 if I was the Giants. They do need offensive guards. They do need defensive tackle. They need a cornerback. But I think right now you need the best players. You may not have these players that are that good. You could wait till next year, the draft. That might be better, might be worse. But I would pick Carnell Tate, number 5, and hope that Caleb Downs will fall down to you at 10.
Okay.
Now we're ready to click our song.
What's that? Hold on. Let's talk. Hold on. I want to talk about the draft a little bit. I want to talk about who's top 10. Okay. So most people pick Fernando Mendoza as the number 1 overall pick. There was a little bit of was it Ty Johnson from Alabama? I don't know. That just lasted a few minutes.
Ty.
Is that his name? Ty
Simpson?
Johnson? Ty Simpson?
Ty Johnson plays for the Bills.
Ty Simpson. But yeah, Fernando Mendoza has been the number 1 overall pick for quite some time, and it doesn't seem to be changing from there. You got Arvel Reese. PFF ranks them at number 2, and he's a linebacker, and I haven't heard too much about him, to be honest with you. I've heard a lot about Jeremiah Love. He's a running back. They have him as halfback. He's a running back from Notre Dame, and I think you're crazy. Whoever takes them, they're crazy. I don't know. I mean, a running back can be a game changer, but I wouldn't take a running back in the first round, even if I really needed him. Sonny Styles, number 4 out of Ohio State, another highly touted linebacker. And then number 5, you got Ruben Bain Jr. from Miami, Florida.
I think right now the best player in the draft could be Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, really?
Could. I think Fernando Mendoza is the number 1 pick, obviously. They've been talking about him. It's him. But I think if you look at all the best players, Jeremiah Love has a solid case for number 1 player.
The only way I would be able to answer that is in 3 to 4 years. You know what I mean?
See Ruben Bain at 5. I think he's going to fall down to 12 because he was linked to a car crash.
Oh, okay. That's
going to impact his draft stock by a lot.
All right. He's going to drop to 12. All right. We're going to round out the top 10. And then number 6 from Texas. So, yeah, Ruben Bain's an edge. We kind of didn't really talk about him. He's edge. University of Miami, the U. And, yeah, you just mentioned he was in that car crash. Texas Tech. The second edge listed here, David Bailey, Texas Tech second edge. He is, I think he played 3 years in college, it looks like. Yeah, 3 years. Number 7, Francis Magoya.
Oh, we go. He's linked to go number 3 to the Cardinals.
Really?
He's the top tackle in the draft. He's locked down. He's great.
Cool.
But also the Bills may be taking a Penn State tackle.
Yeah. What's his name?
I don't know. It's like a really weird name.
Okay. You got Caleb Downs, another Ohio State safety. Tons of defense.
At the beginning of the draft, he was looking like the best player. Now he's kind of went down a little bit.
Really? Okay. Mansour Delane, hope I'm pronouncing that right. LSU, PFF ranks him at number 9th. Cornerback, says he is long, quick outside corner with excellent instincts and ball skills. He has the tools to start in both press and coverage, match up against top receivers. All right. And number 10, we're just going to do 10. Yeah, Carnell Tate. So wait, we got Sonny Styles. Okay. Sonny
Styles. Stop saying Sony, please.
Sonny Styles. So Carnell Tate is the first wide receiver that I mentioned?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Okay. So Carnell Tate is the first wide receiver. Another Ohio State. So I'm going to go back and count that. So that's wide receiver. It says that he offers the highest floor among true juniors thanks to strong hands and consistent, they always say that, strong hands, consistently reliable track record as a blocker. That's good. His understanding of route running and release is already NFL caliber, and he continues in function strength. he has the potential to become an impact receiver at the next level. You know what? So he's 6'3", 195 pounds. You know what I say? If I don't care what you can do a 4.40 in, I don't care what your time is.
You go route running.
You got to be good at route running. That's what makes the impact. That's how you get open, not top end speed. So yeah, Connell Tate. It'll be exciting to see. Do you think he's going at 10 to whoever holds
Connell
the 10th
Tate?
pick? Yeah.
Giants. We just said.
Oh yeah.
How do you forget that so fast? Okay. Are you ready for a fun game?
No, I just asked you a question.
What do you ask?
Do you think Connell Tate's going 10 to the Giants?
I just said yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Now.
The debut of the Jeffinately Not jingle.
Here we go.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Jeffinately not. Quick takes coming in hot. Let's see what he's got. Jeffinately not. Jeffinately.
Woo!
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like it.
That was awesome. All right, let's send some hot takes my way.
Definitely or definitely not? Do the Bills trade up?
Okay, so they've got the 26th pick.
Yep.
If they trade up, does that mean they go
boy, this again.
up the number or down the number?
They go from 26 to 25, whatever.
That's trading down.
No, it's trading up.
All right,
We said
all right,
last
all right.
time. It's trading up.
All right. They usually they didn't last year. Okay, definitely not. They definitely not are they're going to stay pat with 26.
Sabres game plan. Make the game fast. Definitely not.
Make the game fast. Definitely. I almost said definitely there. Definitely. They hold on. Let me just say one more thing. Well, I can have a little commentary after I answer the question.
You said earlier that we're just doing definitely not. You said yes or no.
Well, it's a yes or no question, but I could expand on the question.
And next week I'm getting my own thing. I'm not letting you have another fun.
No, this is the game. So yeah, they definitely are going to play with a high intensity, high speed, quality shots. What they're going to do is figure out how to respond to the Bruins trying to slow the game down, and that was by clogging up the neutral zone. They're going to have a way to respond to that, and that definitely. Okay, next question.
Bills first round wide receiver. Definitely or definitely not?
It's a question. The Bills are going to take a.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, this is good. Definitely not question, Mason. Okay. Hold on.
I would say definitely not, in my opinion.
Let me think about this. Because I've gone back and forth. I've gone both ways with this. And what am I going to say here? I want them to go. Okay. I'm going to go with my gut here. I'm going to say the Bills will definitely not draft a wide receiver with the 26th pick.
Do the Knicks players need a rest after brutal game 2?
Do they need a rest?
Yes.
Definitely not. No, they just need to stick to their game plan, stick to who they are, and like I said, I didn't expect a sweep in the Knicks-Hawks rivalry, which is 1-1. But I do expect them to win, be the better player, be the better team, and definitely not on that.
Should the Giants trade pick 10?
Should the Giants trade their 10th pick? Well, it all depends.
No, it doesn't depend. It's definitely.
I know, you're right. I have to make a decision, but I'm talking it out. And next year is going to be a more offensive draft. Okay, so more.
I like defensive drafts more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they believe in their quarterback, in who they've got in that position. So I don't think they would be drafting a quarterback next year. However, having a 10th overall pick, trading that for next year, that might be a really good decision. I don't know if they 100% believe in their quarterback. Maybe they do.
Jackson Dart. You don't believe in them?
It's a new coach, so I don't know what Harbaugh is thinking. Maybe he's thinking we've got a guy. Maybe he's thinking he doesn't necessarily have all the tools and have what I have in mind of running an offense. But anyways, definitely they will definitely trade their 10th pick.
Okay, that is all we got.
Awesome. Well, now we're going to do PGA. What?
Just keep going on and on. I think it's over. It's
No.
more exciting.
Yeah, PGA, baby. Yeah, PGA, because last week I said Matt Fitzpatrick would win the RBC. And
You did? No, I need an instant replay of that. I don't
yeah, we'll get it. Episode 18.
I actually have the script down here. I think you wrote it, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I put my small wager on before the tournament. It was 17-1, and it was awesome. He was in the he didn't. It wasn't a wire to wire win, but what was awesome about it is how it finished, and Scottie was making his charge. He did it on Saturday though, not Sunday, not too late, and he got to the final grouping. He was 3 strokes behind
leader
Fitzpatrick, Scheffler and Fitzpatrick. There was other guys in the mix too. He had Siwoo Kim who jumped up in there, and it was 2 strokes behind at one point. But
it was always too late with Matt Fitzpatrick in the win.
Well, he's won there before. His family has gone on vacation there ever since he was a little kid. Scheffler has also won there. So you're talking about 2 major champions at a historic course the week after the Masters. It's a signature event. 4.3 I think it was, or 3.4 million maybe, or it was 4.3, I don't know, to the winner. You get the coat, and it's an awesome course. It's an awesome event, and it came down to a grudge match between Fitzpatrick and Scheffler, and the crowd was chanting USA, USA, and and Fitzpatrick just didn't blink, not once, and it was a lot like the way he won in the playoff a couple years ago against Spieth, where it was, it was also just straight business, like he just, like it's like his home course, and he on his approach shot on the playoff hole took him 73 holes. Fitzpatrick nailed like 6-7 feet from the hole, and Scheffler missed the green. So and afterwards, Scheffler would say, like he earned it. He's like, every time I made a good shot, he was right there to make his own good shot. So he's like, hats off to him. He earned it. It wasn't Scheffler losing it or anything like that. So a lot of respect between those two, and and afterwards there was a lot of questions about the crowd. Did they cross the line? Fitzpatrick said no. It's not like they were screaming in his backswing. And there was a lot. I've listened to PGA Tour radio, and there's a lot of discussion. It's like things are getting out of hand. The crowds are
For what? Like for this tournament you're talking about?
For this tournament and PGA Tour in general, in the crowds getting
No, I think the
vocal.
crowd should be better. I think the crowd should be louder.
Right. Okay. I'm with you. But I'm just saying, with some of the narrative, not that
Not like,
I'm agreeing or disagreeing.
Screaming in the backswing type, but
right. Yeah. That would be,
Live golf.
someone that should be, you should be kicked out. We could talk about Live Golf. They their funding is cut.
But we're actually
hold on,
going
hold
off
on.
track. Let's just
Yeah.
Let's
But
just talk about who we think we're going to win here.
Okay, and this next, but Fitzpatrick, he won me a little cash, and then I could have cashed out. I could have took my my cash out option. I was like, you know what, Fitzpatrick, I'm looking at a ball that he handed you at Oak Hill at the May 19th, 2023 at the PGA Championship in Rochester, New York. He just walked up and he just handed it to you. And it's awesome. Every time I see him playing with the ball, it's signed, and I don't know about
crazy,
signed, but it's marked in the same way. So it's really cool. So he's one of our favorites in this house, and that's why we really cheer for him. Not that I didn't want Scottie to win too, but I was happy to see Matt Fitzpatrick finish the way we did with a lot of class. That was awesome.
Okay. Who are you going to take?
All right, so this week is it's one of my least favorite tournaments.
What? How
What?
can you say that?
Because it's a partnership.
Tournament. It's cool. It's fun. It's better than the Masters.
What?
I think it's better than the Masters.
Well, it's that's a hot take right there.
Oh, you dislike
It's
it?
I got to tell you something else though before. What I discovered on the PGA Tour. So I started getting these alerts.
Talking about that, like the drone thing.
No, not the drone.
Yeah, like the little
The range.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kept on getting these app notifications that was saying like so and so is on the range. I'm like, okay, why are you annoying me with these notifications? Because I have a bunch of players favorited, and it'd be like, Scottie Scheffler's on the range, Matt Fitzpatrick's on the range, Kim Young's on the range. Like, so what? Then I was clicking on, I wanted to see some scores of some players. I was like, what's this range button? You could see what they do at the range during the warm-ups. You can actually even see it live. I seen one of them live. And it's awesome. And I learned some things from it. I learned that they always, they start with a wedge, then they work way up, 7 or pitching wedge, and maybe start with a sand wedge, pitching wedge, 9-iron, 7-iron, then maybe 3-wood, 5-wood, and then driver for about 10 swings, and then they come back down to it then they go back down to like a 9-iron, 7-iron. Not everyone was the same, but it's cool. I'm going to keep following this. So I went to the range. I did the same thing, and I just start with a wedge. I hit like 50 balls before I hit my driver. And when I hit my driver, they were all straight. They were all the way I wanted them to be. And my big focus on golf this year is preparation. Having a plan in preparation. So even, a lot of times on the back nine, if I'm playing well, I'll be like, oh, I'm playing well. So I'll walk up to a ball. I'm like, I'm playing well. I don't need to do a practice swing because I just made a bunch of really good shots. And then I'll walk up to a ball, and then I won't do a practice swing, and it'll be a bad shot. And then I'll wonder why it was a bad shot. It's because I didn't prepare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to be patient. And I love that they're giving us that data. It's awesome, and I'm going to dive into it more and trying to learn more from the pros. So that is awesome. That is going on. Range, check it out. PGAtour.com. Free soundbite there. Free advertisement. But yeah, check out the pros warm up in their range data. Okay, so who am I going to pick? So
5 years later,
I do like Matt Fitzpatrick and Alex Fitzpatrick because Alex just won his first DP Tour tournament last week, recently. So what are you doing? Are you on your phone?
No.
What are you looking down at? Your watch? You're reading stuff on your watch? What are you reading?
Nothing.
Is it breaking news? Sports related?
Just
podcast related?
Just pick it.
Pick what?
Who do you think is going to win?
Are you even paying attention?
I am.
Okay. Who do you think is going to win?
I had this for about 20 minutes now. Brooks Koepka and Shane Lowry.
Oh, that's a good pick. All right. As far as who's got the highest odds?
Ben Griffin and Andrew Novak.
Oh, really? Let me see here.
I think. I'm not sure, but I have the list right here.
What? You have the list on the thing?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
No.
Oh, okay. That's not the odds list.
I'm not sure about the odds. I just like the guys. They're just ranked from most likely to least.
Why isn't PGA listed here, you know? PGA Tour. Is this one you can't, like...
I have to get, like, the app. You know, like that.
Yeah, you're right. Here, let me look up my app real quick.
Okay.
All right. Oh, yeah, this will just take a second. I don't think I'm going to pick... Yeah, there you go. I don't think I'm going to pick the Fitzpatrick boys. Okay, here. Yeah, I got it. I don't know why it's not on there. So the Fitzpatrick boys are have the shortest odds, followed by Kepka Lowry, and then Yellow Marahu and Gerard. I've heard of the Yellow Marahu. I'm surprised to see him third.
Gerard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Gerard and David Ford. I don't have Yellow Marahu.
You know, I'm going to go for Mason.
Who?
I'm going to go Thagala and Rye. I love Rye. He wears 2 gloves, and after he swings, he just holds that pose so well. It's so cool. I'm going with Rye and Thagala.
Okay.
All right, that was an awesome episode of Argue Your Point.
You have to turn off the music.
We're ready to go! Let's go, Buffalo! It's electric out here! Let's go!
All right, game 2 coming your way
tomorrow.
All right, we'll publish this right away. Thank you for all of listened. Thanks for your support. We're on YouTube, Spotify,
Wherever you want,
everywhere
we got
you can find your podcast. Thank you for all the support.